doesn't hold up to what the lovers represent. Okay, that number 6 of the nurturing and just the honesty. Okay, someone you can build a family with, someone you can be real with, someone you can be yourself with. And it brings me to the dark-haired woman because look at. Hey guys, what's going on? It's Twintuitive717. I'm back with another video. I'm here with Mega today, and for today's video we wanted to keep it really simple using the Tarot of Sexual Magic. And what I want to do with this video today is send messages to the Divine Feminine from your masculines, and this is regarding messages from their intimate space, their intimate mind, what they're feeling towards you as far as missing you, longing for you. As you guys can feel the energy here through Mega, many of you notice it and mention it a lot in the comments. So that's just the overall vibe of this reading, okay? A lot of intimate energies, sexual energies, sensual energies. So be prepared. I want you guys to relax. I want you to always remember that my channel is a safe place for you to express your feelings about your twin flame journey in an authentic, positive way that helps to share a little bit of what you've been through, as well as help guide others with your experiences. I do monitor the comment section very closely, and I do step in from time to time to answer direct questions. Alright, so with that being said, I'll go ahead and dive into the cards. So, how I wanted to do this was just cut the deck a bunch of times and let you guys know what he's going through right now, okay? Okay, so the first card I'm attracted to would be the Six of Swords. So he's very much in his thoughts at this time. With the 6 here, it talks a lot about lessons, and I feel like the lessons he's going through right now has a lot to do with connecting with the Divine Feminine and being truthful about it. If you could see the necklace on her kind of breaking apart, I mean, she's experienced her own freedom. Like, she's torn that necklace herself. And now she's asking him to be authentic. And what I feel like this card represents is like the feminine has been honest in her connection, okay? And I feel like she is now living in this true, authentic space that the masculine feels very, very attracted to. So that's why many of you might feel like your masculines are coming very close in the physical. They're sorting through a lot of thoughts right now, and the thing that the 6 represents is like the negative sides are weak-willed and unsupportive, and they don't want to be that way anymore to this connection with the Divine Feminine. Why? Because they feel most supported by you. They've spent a lot of time in their karmic situations, and the 6 also, you know, ironically represents being domesticated. And they're realizing that it's just not a place where they want to be. It's too mundane, and karmic energies can represent anything from the masculines being married to being single and living at home, being surrounded by family members that are unsupportive of the connection. Maybe they expect something different for the masculines. Watch Sense and Sensibility on Netflix if you guys haven't checked that out. You'll be surprised by the synchronicities in that movie, but you know, that's what they're kind of going through right now, is like realizing what has been expected of them and then changing the course. And I think that the feminines are inspiring them to do that because they're learning a lot of lessons with her just kind of like stepping away at this time to take, you know, moments of self-care and just do her own thing, create new things. And maybe he's feeling a little bit insecure that a lot of these new things that she's creating doesn't have a lot to do with him, right? So he feels a little bit left behind maybe. But feminine, you've earned your right to just explore the world and feel free and, you know, break free, I guess, and just have him look at you in this admiration of being this way, because he's having to put down his swords and just do nothing but want you at this time and admire you. I see the Temperance card here coming up as well, which is a beautiful image of a woman kind of pouring liquid here. Makes me think of water energy, so any water signs that might resonate with this card here. But the Temperance card overall represents like the target that you have in life, you know, like your plans in life and creating solutions if you don't have the ideal circumstances. So that's why you could tell it's like she's got like test tubes with her doing experiments, because that's really what it is. It's targeting the divine feminine and making plans around what you want to do and how you want to be with her, regardless of what anyone is saying right now. Because the feminines are teaching the masculines to live for themselves. Because what I think is happening, and what has happened for a really long time in the connection, is that the masculine has been so overwhelmed spiritually by what's been happening that he gets so excited at times that he just shares this information with the wrong people, envious people, people that don't want to see this kind of love happen. And it's weird, guys. Like, I don't know what it is, what kind of energy that intercepts within the connection, within people that he's talking to, but they're just not wanting this connection to come together in the name of love. And I feel like it's because love is what it takes to balance a lot of the negativity that's going on. And if we look at the true nature of love, we first have to become very targeted and focused on plans for life, self-love, fulfilling our own goals in life, being at peace with ourselves. That's the only way that we can start standing up to other people. The number 14, when we added and make it smaller, would be the number 5. And as we know, that represents changes and being yourself, surrendering to being yourself. And the masculines are being asked to do this at this time through this whole connection. Like, everything you feel for her through like this sexual, romantic, magnetized perspective, like, it's all coming into play. You've won the lottery. Like, this is happening. There's no turning back for either of you right now. And you're being forced to ask yourselves what it is you really want. I see the 2 here. And this card to me, like, just I can tell by the images alone, like it kind of reminds me of you two always watching each other from afar. So the feminine staring off at the star, always wishing for this connection to come through, and the masculine is always close behind her in the physical, always reaching out, reappearing here and there in the physical, always making her think that this is going somewhere, and then it falls flat. Look at Mega rolling her eyes like, it does fall flat at times. I'm not mocking you. I'm just paying attention to your eyes, and you look so cute when you were doing that expression. Yeah, because you're such a sweet girl. But yeah, okay, so first of all, okay, this is the 2 of Pentacles. Okay, where do we start? Let's talk about the Pentacles energy first, because we know that's any earth signs out there are Virgos, Taurus, Capricorns. These signs are focused. Okay, they're focused on the physical world, they are focused on building, and right now they're working on getting out of their heads a little bit. I think that the feminine she's wished on the star a lot of times, and she knows by now she's the manifester. She can bring anything into fruition as long as she thinks about it authentically and genuinely. That's why the bush is burning in the background. It's like, for those of you that like sage, or you're aware of like energy on the whole, you know exactly what to do, so you kind of like stand still, and it only just like draws the masculine in closer and closer and closer. Because at the end of the day, like, the 2 symbolizes him coming together with you, living out your divine life purpose together. And I think that time and time again, as this connection grows, you 2 are going to feel very, very tired and frustrated at constantly watching each other from afar. It's going to drive you crazy to the point where you're going to drive each other crazy. And then after all of the separation is complete, there will be more reaching out, wanting to meet in the physical, making love, understanding what that is like to connect with your twin flame physically, understand that sex is healing. A lot of your powers get discovered when you start moving this connection closer and closer. And what these cards tell me is that if you're resonating with this reading, you and your masculine at this time, you have no choice but to come together intimately, because he's thinking about you. He wants to bring this together. And a lot of the reasons I feel like he wants to bring this together is because he's transformed and he wants to show you like the person he is. The Wheel card comes up here, and that's the number 10. When we reduce it, it's the number 1, which talks about being really forceful, going through a lot of transformation, but like it's even like more than that. It's like even though you had some really hard times and it would have been easy to just sit back down and do the same things over and over again, give up. Look at her in this card where she's just like disheveled and she's crying. But with a little bit of self-care, realization, self-love, you triumph when you look into that mirror. And for many of you, when the mirror appears, I can't help but think about the twin flame journey and what the masculine feels for you during these moments is whenever he becomes intolerant of the world, arrogant, very passive, he thinks about the feminine again, and that's what makes him want to be forceful and just strive forward, because that's what the ones are about, and the ones are a very masculine energy. He'll transform and he'll come for you. Changes both on the inside and the outside are happening. So even though he might drop hints here and there that he knows a lot more about this connection than he's leading on, let the changes happen within him first so that he can show you on the outside what's happening. Because like what I also get from that is like 2 is like representative of the charmer and someone who can be afraid of change at times. So that might be like the sweet talker who will tell you like he'll give you the world, but then there's no action because they're so afraid of changing their physical realities, right? But with the Wheel card, always coming back to the feminine, always coming back to the connection. So we have the 10 of Wands coming up. So the 10 of Wands here again with the 10, it's like amplified energies, the 1 and the 0. And that's no coincidence, in my opinion, that 2 10 energies come up at the same time. So for those of you who see 10-10 all the time, it speaks about like the mirrored passion that you both have for each other. And this is Wands energy as well. So any fire signs, like you know what that's like to want someone and to want them in a way where the only way that you could show them how much you want them is through sex. And it's crazy to say that, but don't feel ashamed because that's what you were born to do. And the Wands, it's like very, very fiery energy as well. So any Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries, especially like the Aries, like they're crazy about sex. And if you have an Aries masculine, yeah, like he's really thinking about you a lot and getting out of the bushes. Just kind of picking you up, ripping your clothes off. And that's how he wants to express his love. Like to him, expressing his love is like coming out in the open and then ravishing you, showing you off to the world, to other people, to his friends, to his family. And like, I think many of the masculines are having this epiphany right now. What card is this here that's exposed? So the Lovers. So, okay, where do we even start with the Lovers? Okay, of course we know, for many of us, it's a twin flame card. It's also a number 6, and the 6 itself is, again, lessons, compromise, living with honesty, living with integrity. The weird thing, too, is that the masculine here in this picture is like with 2 women. So he's being asked to live with authenticity and integrity, okay? The woman in the blonde is the soulmate or the karmic partner, where the masculine is aware that he has this connection with this other person, okay? But if you'll notice how much more pulled away she is from him, how much more distant she is from him, it's because whatever connections they have outside of the twin flame relationship, it doesn't hold up to what the Lovers represent, okay? That number 6 of the nurturing and just the honesty, okay? Someone you can build a family with, someone you can be real with, someone you can be yourself with. And it brings me to the dark-haired woman because look at her pose. Like it's like everything he wants wrapped up in one. Her sexy lingerie, she knows what he likes, she's snuggled up against him. And if you notice his position, he's almost more focused towards her. And so many of them are kind of like torn at this time when it comes to like a lot of their karmic relationships. Because not all karmic or soulmate relationships are like bad situations. Like, even if a masculine has a karmic, some of them are really strong and can embrace the lessons that the karmics can bring into their space. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's like he can't deny what he has with the divine feminine. And I think that that is what's making him take daily actions to, just kind of be with her. I see this card poking down at you guys, or, trying to get your attention. So this is the Three of Pentacles, which, kind of going off of this one, it's like you can't really deny what you feel for the feminine. And like when the Pentacles come up, it's like bringing it into the physical world. And I keep mentioning that over and over and over again in all of my readings, because to me, like, that's the 717 energy. I know that you guys love thinking about your masculines and your feminines from afar, but you'll soon start realizing like it's not enough. Dreams are going to start becoming, really, really heavy. Visions, feelings, just wanting to bring this home is what I get, because the Pentacles is really all about the material energy, right? Coming into the physical world, experiencing all this magic with our five senses. We didn't just come here to live as souls, we came here to live inside of bodies, and he wants your body feminine just as much as you want to feel his. And it's not just about the sex, guys, like, it's about the sensuality of connecting skin to skin. Why do you think that they encourage a newborn to be on its mother's skin to skin? It's like that connection with each other is undeniable. Like, look at all the pots in the background. Like, they're so comfortable together. Like, they're already at home with each other. It's just a matter of facing your fears now, twin flames. Look at this. She's like bored. She's like, guys, come on, seriously. Like, do it already. Like, let's get on with the show. Look at you. You love all these kinds of scratches in your ears. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. So, see, even Mega is sending you guys a message to be brave and bring it home. You see the way he's embracing her, too? It's like relief in this card. And she's like, take me. Like, pick me up, take me. And the green in her hair signifies all of that growth that she's been waiting for. The pot going off in the background. She knows how to take care of him. She knows his every move, his every ways, like everything about him she knows before he even says it. And I think that that is what the masculine appreciates about the feminine. All right, guys, that's what I've got for you today with a whole spread of Sexual Tarot Magic cards, my favorite deck, and I love the messages that come out. And I'm so glad Mega was able to be here for this one, because I don't know, I feel like the messages kind of come out a little bit more softly, romantic, and sensual when she's around. It's like she's on the masculine side, cheering them on for you guys. I love you guys. I will catch you in the next video. Subscribe if you haven't done so. And yeah, we'll catch up in the next one, okay? Take care, guys. I'll speak to you soon.